What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Wild Rift video, and today we're going to be checking out some more esports again. And of course, we're going to be continuing right where we left off in that Icon series best of 5 that we started. We already checked out game 1 and 2. We're going to be continuing with game 3 right now. But before we do that, I just want to quickly point out, I'm going to put game 1 and 2 top right of this video in the corner so you can check them out. If you didn't check out game 1 or game 2, I will put both of them there. So yeah, basically you don't get spoiled, because as soon as we start this video, you will see the score of this best of 5 so far at the top. So yeah, if you don't wanna get spoiled, if you wanna see the full experience, the full shurkou esports analytics, you know, and trust me, you wanna see that. Trust me, you should press that right now if you missed it. Then yeah, click away right away. But yeah, moving on to this video. As you can see, it's a little bit longer than usual. Now, why is that? Well, I'm going to be putting 2 games in this one. And 2 games is perfect because we don't know what the result of this best of 5 is. But quick maths, one team has to win at least 2 more games for the best of 5 to end, right? So if one team wins 2 in a row, since it's a 1-1 so far on the score, the best of 5 will end. If it's a 1-1, we'll have another game, and that will be in a separate video if that happens, but we don't know yet. But yeah, for now, we'll see. Maybe this best of 5 will end in this video, maybe it won't, but I'm very excited to check it out. So yeah, let's just get straight into the draft here. DV Esports on the left side going up against RSG. DV already first picking that Gragas. Let's take a look at the bans first. Let me just check if I am in the middle. Yes, I am. I'm not covering anything like a stupid kid. Beautiful. Usually, you know, I would mess up. I would probably be covering the bans or something. But yeah, Rakan and Vi once again banned out by DV. Meanwhile, RSG again banning out that Aurelion Sol and Akali, and Gragas first pick locked in by DV. That is absolutely crazy. He wasn't picked so far, he wasn't banned so far in this best of 5, and now suddenly they're busting him out. He will most likely go in the Baron lane. With this Orianna pick, it is confirmed. Keep in mind, DV Coyote was so far playing, let me just check the picks on my other laptop. Yes, he was playing Annie twice in a row, guys. And now he's taking away this Orianna from the enemy mid laner, from RSG, after such a convincing performance on it, man. I mean, the Orianna got MVP, of course, in that game too, so it makes a lot of sense, and she's just a broken champion. And DV actually picking that Jarvan for a 3rd time in a row. They just love the Jarvan jungle. Meanwhile, Olaf locked in for RSG. Once again, they just keep locking it at Olaf, and now this time, no Lee Sin, but instead a Xin Zhao in the jungle. That is pretty crazy. We have a Corki for the mid lane this time, and an Misfortune picked away from DV actually. DV was picking Misfortune all the time. Now RSG secures the Misfortune Lulu combo even. So they're pretty much just yoinking DV's picks here, but DV is also yoinking some of RSG's picks with that Orianna, and DV also going for a Kai'Sa Nami. Now that is very interesting. We haven't seen Nami, like we don't see Nami often in solo queue. We don't see it often in esports, but that is a pretty interesting pick, man. But Simio actually told me that he owns Nami. I don't know, crazy, man. I hate this fish, this stupid little Nemo. But yeah, Simio bought her, you know. I don't know, he's kind of weird, man. Maybe he reads too much One Piece. Maybe he wants to go to Fishman Island. But hey, it is crazy. He actually plays Nami a lot against Lulu, and he said it works beautifully. So maybe they were anticipating the Lulu pick as a last pick because they just know it pairs up very well with Misfortune. They just create this huge lane bully lane. Did I move my camera? Yes, I did. Everything should be fine. Guys, I do apologize. I have a little bit of anxiety, so I have to make sure everything is tippity-top perfect before this starts. But yeah, we should be able to skip this little light show. There we go, we're in game. This should be very exciting. Corki mid, But let's take a look at this. Let's take a look right away at potential lane swaps. So Dragon is bottom lane, both dual lanes going into that bottom. I think actually both lanes are fine in the 2v2, and I think the Baron lanes are also fine. Why don't we see a lane swap here, okay, compared to the previous games? Well, let me explain. Both Baron laners have a ranged wave clear ability. The Gragas has his barrel, the Olaf has his axe. Both can clear the wave from range. So what that means is, in a lane swap, none of these two champions will be able to get zoned away from minion last hits, right? And they're both pretty even. This is a little bit of a skill matchup. I think before the Gragas nerfs, it was Gragas favored, but now probably it's even, right? Meanwhile, the dual lane, right? Is there any benefit in lane swapping? Not really. While I was saying Nami is pretty good against Lulu, you know, with the sustain and stuff, she can counter poke the Lulu. It's pretty good, right? As I said. However, I don't think the Lulu Misfortune, because Misfortune is just so much stronger early game, she can make up for that difference, okay, against the Kai'Sa. So I think this dual lane is also pretty even. So both teams just deciding to go standard. Because keep in mind, the team that lane swaps their dual lane to the Baron lane, ooh, but hold that thought, we have a huge gank, beautiful, just flash out instantly. The RSG Dark, not being greedy, he just decides, nah bro, I'm not gonna risk that, I don't wanna die here, we just flash away immediately, not even gonna risk getting knocked up, and yeah, beautiful. The only thing he could have improved there is flash even earlier so he doesn't get hit by the flag, so he doesn't take that, 50 damage poke, but everything else was perfect. Man, he's getting zoned off from the minion wave though. Even if he doesn't die here, but he does die, beautiful E-flash by the Gragas secures that kill for his Orianna. And guys, we saw Orianna in that last game. She was going crazy, man. She was absolutely wilding so much damage late game. If she gets fed early game, that's pretty crazy. Also, this is pre-nerf. I mean, pre-patch. Orianna didn't get nerfed directly, but the Liandry's lost 20 ability power from 90 to 70, which is actually quite a bit. So, yeah, that is before this nerf. That definitely hit Orianna a little bit. She's still broken, don't you worry, but she's a little bit weaker than she is in this game on our patch. So here she's even stronger. That's what I'm trying to point out. So she will go crazy late game. Yeah. Where was I? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the dual lane that swaps first, right? If you commit the dual lane to the Baron lane, you suddenly lose the Dragon advantage, right? The enemy team has a 2v1 at the Dragon lane, and the Dragon is going to spawn at 4 minutes. At that point, you will have to swap anyway, and you will have to swap a little bit in advance because you need to set up the vision, you need to sweep the enemy vision and all of that stuff, right? And yeah, the enemies already start with a little advantage because they have the river control before you. So that is something to keep in mind with these lane swaps. But yeah, moving on. Let's see those gold values. Look at this. Liandry's rushed first item by the Orianna. She's 400 gold ahead of Corki. The Corki actually going first item Blade of the Ruined King because it's just broken. That's why it got nerfed. Very simple, guys. That's why it got nerfed. I don't think it's worth on Corki, despite being OP, even before the nerf. But I mean, guys, these are the pro players. They know what to abuse to be victorious. They scrim all day against other pro teams. I'm just playing solo queue, and you see my solo queue games, man. Hey, we're getting some animals in both teams, but it's all good. Sometimes I'm an animal as well. Sometimes I'm the good animal, you know, because I go crazy, man. Anyway, we have a huge engagement. Jarvan going in, comboing with the Nami ult, but everyone just flashing away on RSG side. Beautiful Misfortune ult, dealing so much damage. Is the Xin Zhao burning? No, he is not. I thought he has an ignite on him, but there is no ignite except for Nami, actually, in the entire game. That is unreal, bro. But DV is very happy with that. They had a nice little Jarvan into Nami ult combo. Enemies have to flash away, get poked out, free dragon. Cloud Dragon already secured, but RSG trades it because they didn't commit their Baron laner to this dragon. So yeah, he just gets a tower. Oh my god, what a 1v1. I think Corki is dead. He's dead. Wow, man, that was so close. A little bit lucky by Orianna, have to point that out, but nonetheless, very well played. Huge 1v1 advantage now for this Orianna. She was already ahead. She has a second kill, and look at this gold. She is 800, more than 800 gold ahead of this little Corki. That is gonna be a fat Orianna, and let me tell you, that is gonna be fat at the right places. Let's check this 1v1 out again. She barriers the last auto attack, uses the ultimate, and my boy burns down to the Liandry's because it is broken. But yeah, she's gonna be fat in all the right places. She's gonna have some thick hips, man. Oh, yeah, Jesus, man. But yeah, 900 gold advantage. As I said, you can actually see the marksman. DV again, a little bit ahead of the enemy marksman. Seems like consistently throughout this series, this DV marksman player, Hope 1, is always getting ahead of Lamsu. I think that's Lamsu or Yamsu, I'm not sure. But yeah, I thought maybe it's just because of the Misfortune matchup, because Misfortune is just a lane bully, but nope. Hope is just, seems to be farming better. DV, while I'm saying that, is getting that Baron lane tower, so they already secured 2 towers for themselves. Meanwhile, the enemies RSG only got that Baron lane tower for themselves. The Jarvan is going to secure this Rift Herald. The Xin Zhao is getting caught, but is able to jump. Oh my god, look at this Nami ult, man. It is so potent if you're good with it, even though it's slow, you know? If the enemy is already slowed by the Gragas barrel, I believe there, for example, man, you're going to hit that. He gets knocked up. It is beautiful. The Xin Zhao was cheeky there, trying to jump away by jumping onto that Rift Scuttler. But man, this is just huge domination by DV Esports right now. They're gonna get this mid lane tower as well with the Rift Herald immediately. The Rift Herald is gonna get another charge. Yes, it is. Boom. Okay, big. Almost another plate down. That is not to be underestimated. Softening up these towers is always worth. Make sure when you're a marksman, whenever you can get free poke onto a tower, always get it. Whenever you can get the Rift Herald, if you could protect it a little bit more for it to get another charge off, always try to get that, as long as it's free. Free meaning you will not die for it, you will not take poke for it, you will not have to use flash or anything for it. It is worth, okay? But yeah, that is huge domination. 4,000 gold lead for Divine Esports right now. Absolutely insane. They are in a really good spot. The Orianna is going to secure this blue buff. And man, that is one scary Orianna. And keep in mind, this man was playing only Annie so far. I thought he's a little baboon just playing Annie, the most brain dead mage in the game. I mean, she's fun, but come on, bro. You just plop that ult down. I'm just kidding. She's actually not that easy to play because you need to find those engages. And whenever you play a champion that has to engage for your team, you have to find the fight, right? You are the carry, basically. Even if your marksman just follows up, you know, that's easy. You just auto attack, man. But while the mechanics are very simple, that's what I was trying to point out. The macro is not. However, you can argue, some people would argue, Orianna is very easy mechanically. I don't think so. I think she's pretty difficult. So, Coyote showing us that he can do everything. We have a huge engagement while the Jarvan is securing the Infernal. He didn't even commit, but he is committing now. Flashes onto the Marksman and the Lulu. Kills the Olaf. The Corki dies as well on the back of that. The Jarvan ends up dropping, but everyone on RSG taking so much damage. Oh, beautiful last rocket there. Going onto the Kai'Sa. The Corki is able to get... I mean, this was a 3-for-2 trade. This is not bad for RSG. Oh, but the Corki is gone. He has barrier. He has barrier. Yep, nice barrier usage. Blocks the damage. Is able to get away. The Orianna committed flash for that. I think both flashed in the end because he had to flash away. But yeah, Coyote playing super aggressive, man. Jesus. Chill out a little bit, man. You know, usually you like the girl to be wild. At least I do. Should I say this? Guys, this is why we're not an official caster, by the way. I will never be an official caster for Riot, because I will never stop these jokes, let me tell you that. that is the excuse me. Maybe we should talk a little bit less about these Orianna hips. She's a robot at the end of the day, keep that in mind, shurkou. But yeah, look at this Jarvan build. He's going for the same build, going for a Black Cleaver again, going tanky, Gargoyle Stone Plate. Man, it is just a fun champion, I'm telling you. It is just so fun. You just, early game, you're a king, you do so much damage, then you become useless, but it's kind of cool because it transforms your gameplay. You just become the engager, you just become super tanky, and honestly, it's fun. Of course, it would be more fun to be a late game powerhouse as well, but that would just make Jarvan completely imbalanced. But yeah, meanwhile, DV is trying to pressure this Baron lane tier 2 tower now. They of course already have that mid lane tier 2 tower. It is a 6.4 thousand gold advantage for them right now. This is just a stomp. Honestly, this is just a stomp. 2 dragons as well. This is absolutely insane. We'll see how RSG will recover, or if they even will, or if this will just continue as a stomp and they will just get blown out. Because so far, it doesn't seem too good. Also, if you consider the late games, Kai'Sa blows out Misfortune late game usually. They both have an Ardent Sense of support, so usually Kai'Sa should win. If you watched game 2, we saw that Misfortune actually won, so that was a little bit scary because Misfortune isn't supposed to be that broken, but I guess she is. But that's pretty close. However, the big difference is the Orianna late games just so strong. Corki late game is pretty strong actually this game compared to PC, but man, the Orianna just, you know, there's almost no way to outscale. Oh my god, the Xin Zhao gets caught again. I have to say, but huge team fight again, man. The Jarvan and Nami ult combo. DV Esports just loves these Jarvan and AoE ult combos. Man, that Q by the Misfortune just blew out the Orianna. However, she gets caught by the Gragas body slam. The Olaf just finishes off the Kai'Sa. This is actually a pretty good comeback. This is again a 3-for-2 trade, which isn't too good, you know, it's not perfect. But if you're the team that's behind, it gives you a lot of breathing room. You get the shutdowns, you get kills on enemy champions that have higher levels than your champions. So you get a little bit more XP for that than the enemies get. So you're honestly crawling back. RSG is crawling back into this game. And once again, Misfortune is out carrying a Kai'Sa mid and late game, which is absolutely stupid. That's why Misfortune got nerfed, of course. But yeah, I have to say, this Xin Zhao pick is completely fell flat. He is not accomplishing anything. RSG is trying to go for the dragon now, but the Jarvan is trying to steal it again. Jarvan into Nami ult combo, Zhonya's by. Oh my god, huge Misfortune ult though. Huge Misfortune ult. I think they're pretty, but the Gragas is too healthy, gets a double kill, and they have to retreat. Gragas is gonna get another kill. No, the Orianna flashes in. Beautiful gameplay by Coyote, man. He is definitely one of the main carries of DV. Beautiful E-flash by Gragas. Misses the target, but the auto attack range is enough to finish off the Corki. Full ace. RSG was doing a good job at trying to crawl back into the game, but they ended up overextending for that Ocean Dragon. And that is just an absolute ace, with the Baron going over to DV. And honestly, this is looking very, very bleak right now for RSG. Let's take a look at these gold values. 2k gold advantage for the Marksman, 2k gold advantage, 1.4k gold advantage for Gragas over Olaf. Gragas actually going for an interesting build. Liandry's Infinity Orb, no Lich Bane, but instead an Iceborne Gauntlet. I'll try it, that sounds fun. I actually tried that in the past. It didn't work too well for me, but I had a pretty bad game, so I just decided to not try it anymore. I'm not too big of a fan of Gragas. It was a soy pick, okay? It's still a soy pick, it's still a broken pick. A lot more balanced than it used to be, but it's still pretty OP, man, I have to say. I don't like to play these super broken champs, but I will try this build. Sounds fun. We'll make for a good YouTube video. But yeah, we have double dragon. The triple dragon is on the board. If DV wants to pick it up, they will not be contested. Keep in mind though, they have the Baron buff. They want to make perfect use of it. So they will first push with it. Oh my god, huge catch there by the Corki. Beautiful Valkyrie. Gets the Orianna. Jesus Christ. And wait. Nah, but the Corki overextends gets body slammed by the Gragas. Huge mistake. The Gragas just always keeps cleaning up these fights. It is a 2-for-2 trade in the end though. And Kai'Sa, honestly, lucky there, getting away. If they procced her GA, that would have been pretty decent. But good job by RSG. They are 12,000 gold behind almost. After this dragon, it will probably be 12,000. And they're almost able to crawl back. What are these lags, right? Jesus Christ. The Orianna ult missed completely. That is insane. If the Orianna ult misses, it is pretty much over, man. You can't fight after that. And yeah, with a beautiful misfortune ult, with a beautiful packaged up Corki, Valkyrie, you're not gonna win that fight, okay? I was a very well placed Corki Valkyrie, just zoning away, separating the team fight, pushing the Orianna to one side, pushing the enemies to the other enemies to the other side, and she's just isolated. She's just gonna get instantly taken down. This is exactly how you want to use that Corki Valkyrie. Look at this Corki build though. It is so awkward. No Trinity. I'm not a fan of it, but you know, it's working. It's working for him so far. A little bit at least. Blade of the Rune King is just broken, man. It is what it is. You can slap that on everybody. I remember I picked Lulu and another guy picked support or something stupid like that. I had to go Baron lane Lulu. I slapped the Trinity Force and the Blade of the Rune King on her and I did most damage. It is just stupid. It is just a stupid item. It's probably still really OP, but it is what it is. We have DV again trying to knock down this mid lane tower. This time they get it. Remember, they have 3 dragons. And another Jarvan engagement, huge bullet time by the Misfortune, but she's getting damaged by the Kai'Sa. The Kai'Sa just goes deep, finishes everyone. Beautiful gameplay by Kai'Sa there. Presses the lock button onto that Misfortune and just takes her down. While the Misfortune is burning down her whole team, not enough damage to take them all down though, and I think this will be the game-winning push. A simple little Corki is not going to be able to do enough to stop this. And honestly, what a banger. What a banger, man. There's definitely a lot of comeback potential in Wild Rift Esports right now. These games are pretty crazy, man. I have to say, I didn't expect RSG to even like come back so, like be able to delay this game for so long. Look at this Xin Zhao. This was basically a 4v5. No offense to the player. He was, of course, absolutely amazing on Lee Sin, but Xin Zhao, definitely, we see why he's not picked as much. I don't think he's as bad as this performance showed, but I think it was just Jarvan playing extremely well, shutting him down, always ulting him with that, what's it called, Nami ult combo. The Xin Zhao isn't able to jump out, right, unless there's an enemy to jump on. And yeah, you can see it's 0-6. Again, Orianna MVP, just like last game. Very well played. Let's check out those damage numbers as well. There we go, 24k damage on the Orianna. She did most in the game, only by a little bit though. Almost as the Kai'Sa almost did. Oh, hold up! Look at this Misfortune. She actually did most. Wow, that is a very impressive performance. When you're that far behind. You can see, guys, why people put such a high focus on Misfortune, right? With that being said, we will move straight away into game 4 right now with, of course, DV being up 2-1. We'll see who will be victorious. Alright guys, continuing right away with game 4 draft. Let's check this out. This is a crazy best of 5 so far. And I'm gonna pause real quick because they're already like so far into the draft. Let's check out these bans and picks. We have this time by DV and Esports, again a Rakan ban. It seems like RSG just has an amazing Rakan support player. We also have an Orianna ban this time around. So RSG not willing to give up that Orianna to the enemies. I mean, DV Esports, excuse me, not willing to give up that Orianna after they picked it themselves last game and absolutely clowned onto RSG with it. And the enemies RSG actually finally banning out that Jarvan. I think especially last game, Jarvan was doing so much work for DV, and yeah, they decided finally to ban it out. And an Aurelion Soul ban again. Now keep in mind, that leaves the Akali open. That also leaves a Vi open. So yeah, and RSG, look at it. They instantly first picked Akali. The enemies, DV, picking up. Hold up, they picked up that Gragas and Wukong. So no Olaf picked yet, which is really interesting to me because Olaf hard counters Vi. So I would expect that to come out of them, or even an Olaf and a Vi combo, which is very, very nice because you put the Olaf into the Baron lane, Vi into the jungle, and yeah, you have a pretty nice thing going on there. But DV instead wanting to go for that Gragas once again. It worked out beautifully last game, and they just secured the Wukong for their jungler this time around. So he's going to be playing a different champion. Vi instantly picked up and Ziggs by RSG again. So they're going back to their Ziggs, to their standard Ziggs. And any instant response by DV and Esports, and they secure that misfortune for themselves again. You can see the Lulu is already being hovered. Meanwhile, let's check it out. Are these Braum and Kai'Sa gonna get locked in? They do get locked in, and as a response, Lulu. Now, this is a very exciting draft, okay? Keep in mind, if DV and Esports wins this one, we won't see a game 5, and this will be the end of this series, right? The first one to win 3 games in a row is gonna be victorious. Let me move my webcam here to the top right. Let's not forget about that. There we go. Beautiful. And we can start the game. This is crazy. Okay, let's just get into this. Right off the get-go, I expect Gragas to be lane swapping. And we see it. Look, Dragon lane. Gragas is going to the Dragon lane. Right off the get-go. Wait. No. He's gonna stay. Yes, he's gonna stay. Okay, Gragas instantly going to the Dragon lane. What did I explain in the previous game about lane swaps? Akali has no ranged ability. She cannot last it from range. So, you know, even though the Gragas against Akali matchup is pretty good for Gragas, honestly, why not make it even better by going Misfortune against stupid little Akali? She's not going to do anything. Look, she's getting zoned. They will freeze the lane and they're getting cucked. You can see RSG has to instantly lane swap because this Gragas can still last hit with his barrel. And yeah, that is exactly what I'm talking about. This is why we see these lane swaps. The only way to stop lane swaps in League of Legends, and I remember that from Season 2, Season 3, from PC League of Legends, the only way is to give the towers in one lane, which is usually the Dragon lane, so much bonus resistances early game that you can't burn down the towers, because eventually this lane swap meta will evolve into something where one, like for example the Misfortune and Lulu just hard push and try to push down the tower early game. I'm not sure if this is already enough and the minions are too squishy for that to already not work, but usually that's what happens. You lane swap, like both teams used to lane swap, and they both dual lanes would just push down the tower, and both towers are down, and then they would swap again and yeah, push down the other tower, and that was pretty boring because you would just avoid the whole laning phase. It wasn't too fun to watch. It wasn't too fun for esports players as well, because they wouldn't be able to express their skills in their 2v2s, 1v1s, because yeah, you would just, it honestly evolved into stuff like Nasus being picked because he was just able to defend the lane swaps so hard, because he would W the marksman so they can't push, and he would E the wave so the wave just dies instantly, right? And yeah, it was hilarious. It was hilarious watching that. It was Season 1, Season 2, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, they fixed that pretty fast. There's almost no lane swaps anymore in PC League of Legends esports. Because there's, as I said, huge drawbacks to them. Because you lose that dragon advantage and all of that stuff. And oftentimes you're not able to push fast enough with your dual lanes. So there's a lot of very interesting details that I don't know about. I wasn't an esports player. I wasn't a coach or anything like that. But yeah, we picked up some things while watching League of Legends esports. But yeah, moving on. Let's check out these 2v2s now. We have a normal 2v2, and you can see Misfortune and, Misfortune and the Lulu swapped, of course, to the Baron lane. And do they have an advantage now? They swapped back. Both teams are in a duo lane, and they're winning that duo lane against Kai'Sa Braum right now. The Gragas is also doing pretty decently against his Akali. He actually has a gold disadvantage. That's kind of weird. I think while I was talking about the lane swaps, you saw that he was getting poked out and had to go back. So she probably froze the lane and denied him a lot of farm. You can see Neo from DV Esports is playing very aggressively, like he always does in the jungle so far. And he's able to secure some pressure advantage there over the enemy jungler. He's able to, I believe, poke that Vi out. And yeah, he's doing pretty well for himself. Keep in mind, I think Vi is pretty good against Wukong. It's a little bit of a skill matchup, because if she, tries to punch you with her Q, if she tries to dash into you with her, Q dash, you can just W and summon your little Kagebunshin, your little doppelganger, and he will just block it for you. You can also hard outplay her by timing the Bunshin, the doppelganger, perfectly, the clone. Excuse me for using these weird words, but it is kind of funny, man, Kagebunshin being from Naruto, of course. But yeah, if you use that perfectly, she will actually misclick her ult and click on it. And that's GG. If you're able to do that, you have to get a little bit lucky. But if you are able, you will just completely clown on her. It is no counterplay then, okay? Let me just move my mouse away as well, in case it shows up. But yeah, we have a dragon fight right away, it seems like. Right off the get-go, I have to say, I give the advantage to DV. They have a Gragas ult, they have Annie ult, Orianna, Lulu ult, Misfortune ult, Wukong ult. Huge AoE potential. Just huge AoE potential. And you can see, it already comes out. A little bit of a mistake by Gragas. He kicks the Akali away. I believe she used the dash. The Wukong is able to zone away the marksman, and they're able to secure the mountain dragon. Very well played, and the Gragas re-engages. E-flash onto the Ziggs. The Ziggs should have flashed much earlier. Gets caught out, and we have a first blood and a first dragon going over to DV Esports. They are in a very, very good position. 1k gold ahead already. Let's see if they will repeat what they did last game and just keep snowballing. I mean, certainly they have the power to do so. They have, again, an early game strong jungler with the Wukong. They have an even better early game mage compared to Orianna, right? Annie, of course, much more potent early game. They have, again, the Gragas, who is always strong. Early, mid, and late game. They have this time a much stronger early game support and marksman. I would say Lulu is definitely much, much stronger than Nami early game, and of course Misfortune is much stronger than Kai'Sa. So they are honestly in a pretty good spot. Meanwhile, we have some late game champions like Ziggs, Kai'Sa, and Braum on the enemy team. Although Braum is always strong. Oh, but this is going to be a solo kill. Yep, this is going to be a solo kill by Akali. Very well played. She is able to get the Gragas before she dies to the whole team ganking her. But this is actually a pretty good team fight for RSG. But this Misfortune ult is just going to turn it completely. The Wukong gets a little bit lucky. Gets away with a sliver of health there. Super lucky. But yeah, 2 kills for DV Esports again. Akali was able to get that solo kill. By the way, she has a barrier. Barrier is so broken, man. Not even Akali, not even the assassin goes for Ignite. And Akali going for Fleet Footwork. Guys, I'm telling you, Fleet Footwork is insane on Akali. No one believes me. People always say, bro, use Conqueror. Shut your mouth, man. I will conquer your mom. I apologize. Moving on. Yeah. We have, as I said, the Fleet Footwork. Even late game, it is really strong. Ooh, look at this rune by Braum. He goes not for the Aftershock. He actually goes for this Protector thing, where I believe how it works is if you CC the enemy, your teammates heal by attacking them. But I'm not quite sure. I don't even know the name. I never used it. I thought it's a meme because no one used it, but I guess I'll try it. It's probably pretty good on Rakan. I always use Aftershock. Well, I always use Electrocute now because I go full AP support Rakan, which is the best in my opinion, especially for solo queue. But yeah, this makes a lot of sense on a lot of champions, I would say. Aftershock, It's really good on Blitzcrank because you pull him to you, you knock him up, and then the aftershock comes out and it does a lot of damage. But someone like Braum, you know, you're ranged when you knock up people with your ult most of the time. But man, this Akali is just bullying this Gragas, bro. Huge 1v1 just... Bro, I mean, he didn't have to dive. That was a little bit... Oh, hold up. Okay. I would have been so nice for the Akali if she cleared out that wave. She would have been so happy. But bro, she is just completely messing around with that Gragas. You love to see it, man. Hey, this is something we could see from a very nice adult anime plot, you know? That ugly bastard. Shurkou, you need to stop. This is a professional esports video. You need to stop. Please. I apologize, guys. Anyway. What was I saying? Yeah, the Akali is just completely clowning on this Gragas. Infinity Orb and... Yeah, she went for Infinity Orb and that... What's it called? Liandry's. Again, these pro players skip Gunblade on Akali like I used to do. I decide not to do it anymore. Again, I think Gunblade gives you so much outplay potential with the lifesteal, gives you so much burst early game, which you really need to solo carry these games. This is esports. You don't have to play like in solo queue, where you literally have to treat the game like you were playing with 4 monkeys. Here, they're playing with 5 highly intellectual brainiacs who know how to play the game, who are on voice chat, so you can have a little bit of a slower build on Akali, because Liandry's is going to be better late game. Oh, they engage onto the Lulu actually, and they are able to burst her out immediately before she was able... No, she used her ult, I think, but yeah, that's what their plan was. But Divine Esports is just completely clowning on this RSG roster. Never mind, both teams are clowning on each other, bro. How many kills was that in the end? So 3 for 3, right? Yes, 3 for 3. Now, the reason why that was a little bit weird, why I was a little bit confused by that engage, why would you engage as a Vi onto the support? I think the reason behind that was they tried to one-shot the Lulu before she can use her broken ultimate. But they weren't able to. They weren't able to. I believe, let's see, hopefully they slow it down. Is she gonna use ult? No! No, she wasn't able to. Okay, so their plan worked, but look how much damage this Misfortune just keeps returning. She's just chilling there over the wall, just does so much damage, you can't leave her alone. So yeah, a little bit of a dilemma there. You want to kill the Misfortune as fast as possible. However, if you don't kill the Lulu, she's gonna ult Misfortune, and Misfortune is more than likely gonna survive a Vi onslaught. So honestly, pretty interesting how they decided to teamfight this. It was a 3 for 3 in the end, and we're back with another dragon fight. Beautiful Annie ult secures that Vi kill. The Wukong follow-up secures the Braum kill. No one dropping on the side of DV. I'm just kidding. The Wukong ends up dropping. However, the Akali drops as well. 3 for 1 trade for DV Esports. They get the mid lane tower as well. They have that Tibbers up. It is going to help with that tower push. And yeah, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. By the way, in that last team fight, you also saw a crazy Akali ult, not in this one, in the previous one, that kind of saved the team fight. Again, I'm still not sure about Vi just flash ulting Lulu. At the end of the day, still very questionable decision there. But yeah, look at this gold difference. 9.2k gold, 7.6k gold. The Baron lane difference. Akali so much ahead, 1.5k gold. The game is even, however, there's a huge difference in that lane. Mid lane, very even, 9.4 both, but look at the marksman advantage, 1000 for the Misfortune. She's of course 3-0 and 2, she's super fed. She has a Hex Drinker. This is what I love, guys. I keep telling you, whenever you're playing against something like a Fizz, something like an Akali, probably even any, in my opinion, you just go for a Hex Drinker. Comfy. Misfortune Hex Drinker. How is she gonna die? She has a Lulu ult, a Hex Drinker. Hex Drinker is a 1.3k gold item. It is dirt cheap, guys. It is so cheap. Oh my god, huge catch onto that. Annie sitting on a ward, way overextended there. Just gets ulted by the Vi, gets popped. The Akali is going crazy once again. Gets the revenge onto that Gragas again. And man, this is a crazy game. This is so even. Really, anybody's game. definitely an advantage now for RSG. Because the dragon is alive. I think they're gonna get it. They're trying to trap instead. Let's see if they're gonna get the trap. Huge Wukong and Misfortune ult combo. But the Vi is going deep. She has a GA. She's safe. The enemies are safe as well. Free dragon though. They'll take it. RSG is happy with that one. They get this dragon. They are able to even out the score in dragons. They amass themselves a very nice goal advantage of around 2,000, 1,500. It is not the end of the world, but it is nice to have. What at this point, a 1,500 goal advantage isn't going to do much. You have to see which champions are ahead. For example, on RSG, you have that Akali who is so much ahead. She's completely dominating this game. It is mid-game right now, and she is the strongest she can be at this point. She has that Infinity Orb. She has that Liandry's. I would try this build out, but Liandry's is of course nerfed right now, so I feel like my Gunblade build is just got even better. Another Oblivion Orb built by Akali. She's gonna go for that Morellonomicon to have some more flat magic penetration, which is always nice for an assassin like that. She's gonna completely destroy these squishy champions on the enemy team. But look at this, DV went for a top lane push, but RSG just responds and pushes the mid lane, gets the mid lane tower and the tier 2 tower to half HP. But look at this DV positional advantage now. They have all the vision here, they swept everything out. They know RSG is in the dark, they don't see this Baron and it's already half HP. Are they gonna be getting it? Keep in mind, the Ziggs ult is so potent for Baron steals. He does not get it. The Gragas secures it. Huge team fight breaks out. The Kai'Sa is overextended, is able to ult away though. And now the Misfortune, look at this. She's 1v3ing. Jesus Christ, somebody stop this. Okay, they stopped her. Oh, they shouldn't have committed so hard. The Misfortune went too deep. 4 people dead on DV's side right now. Despite getting that Baron, the buff is only remaining on Lulu. It is 20 seconds. Respawn timers on all of DV except for Lulu. I think this is game over. I think they will just end. Are they just gonna end? You have to clear that wave. You have to attack the wave. You have to attack the wave. Are they gonna get it? No, they don't get it. She gets like a triple kill. Guys, hold up. I just broke through the matrix. We went from an esports professional best of 5 grand finale in Vietnam straight to my solo queue games. I'm playing Lulu here. What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Wild Rift video, and today we're gonna be taking a look at a beautiful Lulu gameplay that I had recently on my stream. You can see me here. I'm rocking that Baron buff. I'm rocking that Dragon Tamer skin. I'm chilling, man. I'm the support, but I'm hard carrying this game, and I'm just pushing down the mid lane towers now with my team, praying that my 4 monkeys will be able to do something. Oh my goodness, they're actually... let's get back to the esports commentary here. They're actually getting this mid lane tower, man, in response. So honestly, the Nexus is gonna heal quite a bit. So this kind of even trade once again. RSG overcommitted. Oh, look at this trap. They're sweeping it. Ooh, the little Ziggy rocket bomb, of course, spots them out, man. The Aerie, he sees it fly. He also hears the sound of it exploding. If it only bounces twice, or you can even see it. It only bounced twice. So actually, it might have bounced 3 times. But you see the Aerie, you know? You see your Aerie going. By the way, people keep telling me, go electrocute on Ziggs. Shut your mouth, man. Aerie is so good. Aerie is so clean, right? Is he using Aerie? Yes, he is, right? I was thinking maybe it's the Spooky Ghost. Who's using the Spooky Ghost boot enchantment? Boot enchant. It's really good. It's honestly underrated. Someone was using it. It spots out people, but in esports, stuff that gives you vision is always better than in solo queue. But I think it's pretty potent on champions that... something like Lux. You know, you shoot the Spooky Ghost, it slows the enemy, then you follow up with the binding. Almost no counterplay, they have to flash. Oh, but a huge engagement. The spectator's completely missing it. The Kai'Sa gets a blown out 1 shot. Oh, but this Akali went too deep. I think this is a divine victory. Look at this, man. RSG is getting clowned. Ooh, beautiful satchel charge by that Ziggs. He is able to jump away. What? RSG is gonna end. RSG's gonna end. Yeah, teleports. Yep, GG guys. Nah, bro, this Nexus, man, I keep saying it. You need to buff it, bro. You need to buff it. Look at this. This is clown action. What is this? What is this, Riot, man? We're going straight to the circus, man. Look at the elephants there. Where's my unicycle? This is insane. What is going on? Let me check those MVPs. The Ziggs gets MVP, but honestly, this seemed like a DV victory. They were always winning the team fights. They only threw at Baron. Yeah, and they didn't ward those bushes. You gotta ward, when your Nexus is exposed like that, half HP, you gotta ward the 2 bushes, right? Or the walls, basically, past your base walls. So you can spot out this Vi early enough. Because man, this always happens, dude. You just buy some teleports and as soon as your team respawns, game is over. Let's check out those damage numbers. Again, Misfortune out-damaging everybody. Only by a bit though. The Ziggs doing extremely well. And Akali, 19,000 damage on an assassin like that. You saw she was doing work. Out-damaging the Gragas by twice, basically. Twice as much as him. But yeah, this is crazy. 2-2. 2-2 on the score. So this means in a couple of days we will upload the Game 5, the deciding game of this best of 5. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about my commentary. As always, I would like to hear some constructive criticism so I can improve. And as always, if you enjoy this content, make sure to subscribe, ring the notification bell, and if you want to support me a little bit, leave an algorithmic comment because it's going to boost the video's reach. And yeah, with that being said, hope you enjoyed and peace.